But I don't understand how you don't shoot this down. That's what doesn't make sense to me. I mean, just think about it. Like, imagine I was out of town and you came home and you called me and you said, hey, there's a camera in our living room, like a Wise camera. Did you set this up? I went, no, I didn't set any cameras up. What would you do with that camera from the moment you found out it wasn't ours, Mia? What would you do with that camera?
Probably like set it down, like pick it up and
Turn it off, right?
Yeah.
And throw it away. You'd get rid of the thing that was surveilling you that you didn't know where it came from. Not only would you do that, you're wondering how this camera got here in the first place. You're taking a look at your home security. You're changing the locks. You're putting in a security system, making sure the gun's loaded, maybe getting a big dog. Like, you're taking all kinds of precautions now to prevent somebody from getting into this house. We're not doing any of that. We're just deciding to let the camera sit there. Go ahead. We'll just leave the camera in the living room. We'll let whoever this weirdo is watch us. It's fine. That's what we're doing here. So we're either being intentionally incompetent, they're lying to us about it not being ours, or they truly have no idea what the hell's going on. Which one of those three is the scariest to you? Which one do you think is the scariest? I'll tell you what mine is after you answer. That they're being intentionally incompetent, letting a foreign government do this, that it's ours and they're lying to us about what's going on, or that they really don't know who they belong to.
I think the scariest is that they're being intentionally incompetent.
It's the most predictable, though.
That's true.
They've done it before, they'll do it again. They've done it before and they'll do it again. So here's what the New Jersey State Police are saying. That these drones have a wingspan of 6 feet. They're operating with and without lights at night. They fly for 6 to 7 hours at a time. They are not detectable by radio frequency, difficult to detect by helicopter, outmaneuver everything we have. Coast Guard is now involved. So, do you remember that joke we started last week's show off with about that computer that predicted the alien invasion on December 3rd back in the 90s of 2024? Makes you wonder. Makes you wonder a little bit. It also makes you wonder because we've got the James Webb telescope, the big telescope that NASA has and everything. Back in September, saw unknown objects, 2 unknown objects, floating off into space, and then in an unprecedented manner, like you don't see with space junk, course corrected and started heading toward Earth, and then it lost track of them. So there were theories that it could potentially be aliens, and this is the probing mission. Now, we're going to go into crazy territory here, so buckle up. Put your helmets on. Put your tinfoil hats on real quick. I have told you since last year that desperate people do desperate things, and we should not underestimate the establishment and just how far they're willing to go to hold on to their power. I told you they would stage an assassination attempt. They did it. I told you they would try to start World War III. They did it. The other thing I told you is that if all else fails and they can't start a nuclear war, because it looks like Putin's actually holding back, showing a little bit of discipline for the first time in his life, but if all else fails, I said the last card they have up their sleeve is a fake alien invasion psyop to hold on to the power structure. Are they laying the foundation for that? Are they laying the foundation for an alien invasion psyop to where they scare the hell out of all of us, they can declare martial law, and then refuse to leave office? Just until they can get control of things, though. Then they'll hand over the power. Well, we can't afford any lapses in control right now. That's the big question. That's what I want to know. Are they laying the foundation for this? Because all this talk about UFOs and how they're letting on more and more, just a little bit of trickle truth in it, about they don't seem to be human in origin and they were coming from outer space, but now they're coming from the ocean. And then you have all this drone stuff going on in New Jersey and the rest of the country. Are they laying the foundations for their biggest PSYOP yet? What do you think, Mia? I see you over there face palming. Have I finally gone too far?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. I wasn't. No, not because of that. No.
Could you see him doing that? I'm not saying it's actual aliens. I want to say that. I think it's more feasible that the government would lie about something like this to get control than that we would actually get invaded by aliens.
No, yeah, I get what you're saying. I think that could potentially be something. I think that kind of goes hand in hand with the what was it that you were saying? What was one of the options earlier
What are you talking about?
of what it is? Or
Oh,
why
about
they're
them
not
lying
doing-
to us, that it's our drones and they just won't tell us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that could be. The other possibility is if it's our drones and they won't tell us is that there's some type of threat that the public has not been made privy to and those drones are out to monitor it.
So what I'm interpreting what you're saying is they're like planting the drones.
Oh, they're planning everything. Everything.
Is that what you were?
Yeah, they've
saying?
been lying the
Okay.
foundation.
That's
for the
what
last,
I thought you were.
Yeah,
Trying to,
They've been lying the foundation for the last month because they don't just come out with these psyops. They plant the seed in your brain. That's how it works. They plant the seed in your brain. So they've been lying the foundation for the last year or so with all of these UFO hearings and just letting a little bit of more information out here and a little bit more there. And then every now and then they'll drop a big bomb and it'll be like, whoa, and everybody will kind of be like, hold on, wait a second. And now all of a sudden you got this. If more of this alien crap happens between now and New Year's, dude, I'm telling you, if you start hearing reports like legitimate alien, you had that thing in Miami at that strip mall that we covered. If you start hearing like in the Vegas thing, legitimate reports about aliens, if the news starts pressing that hardcore and the intelligence agencies and the government and the federal government start pushing the alien thing, and maybe they don't outright say it, but there's a strong implication about it. If that tone starts to pick up over the next couple weeks, all I'm saying is don't believe them. Don't just take that at face value. And I know my audience won't because you're smart. Don't take that at face value because I won't be 100% convinced that it is aliens. I won't be. It'll take some strong convincing. In fact, it's like I said, I think it's more likely at this point, and this is how fucking sad this is, but I think it's more likely at this point that if there were to be some type of quote unquote alien invasion, it would be more likely that our own government was lying to us and staging it than it would be that we were actually being invaded by aliens. That's how sad this whole thing is. And it's Project BLUEBEAM. Conspiracy theory? Maybe. Maybe it is. But they can come down and, they can say whatever they want to us. They can get people to doubt their religions with that, all kinds of stuff. Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, be sure to click the link in the description to get the full episode on Rumble. If you prefer to listen along, you could actually get us on Spotify, Spreaker, and iHeartRadio. You can also go to www.outlawstreamers.com to learn more about not just my show, but tons of other great shows and all the exciting projects they have coming up. Follow my socials at Caleb Isn't Funny on Twitter and Instagram, at Caleb Salvatore Comedy on the Chinese Spy app that is TikTok, and be sure to like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thanks, and we'll see you every Saturday for brand new episodes of That's Based. Peace.